my own path, inspiring my own story, reconciling my future and my past. Welcome to my show.
Yeah. And my neighbor had the nerve to say, I should be glad they didn't steal my TV. But man, I ain't in there. I'm in the spine of the book, the feel of the word, the smell of the page.
Remind yourselves that the ocean is an ocean for a reason. Don't expect your friends to meet you every time you come up for air. Some days you have to swim for your lives, and it's hard damn work remembering which body of blue is sky and which is water.
They said you'd better get a lawyer. They said you didn't read the fine print. They said everything was legal. They said everything was permitted. They said natural gas was clean. So why are your hands so dirty?
Come on now.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed tips are here on earth. Thy kingdom come. Is your will being done? 'Cause 19 babies lay in a Texas church, on earth as it is in heaven. No, wait, on earth as they return to heaven, return to sender, to the one who lends her or lends him. Life is but a vapor, how quickly lifeless bodies hit the ground like dew in the morning.
Should I be gunned down tomorrow? May the news headlines paint me beautiful. Paint me truth. Paint me in full color, not just in black. Paint me human.
And I speak this poetry to my writer friends, audiences, to let them know that inside you are all heroes. Because sometimes this poetry, it be like holy scripture.
Learning to lie is hard. At first, it feels wrong. Your words stumble and your tongue twists, but if lying is what keeps you safe, you do it better and faster and harder till you can't remember a time before it was easy.
I was a homeless boy on dangerous, hungry streets. No teeth, but all swallow. And I own a home now. Found a sort of life that is my own. One where I do not fear the dark, but I laugh in it.
Soaked in your magic, delight in it. Finally, know that you are the prize and always have been. Andy was wrong. The music was right.
Who are you if you're always doing what you should do? This art is my practice of doing what I would do. Saying what I would say, praying what I would pray, dancing how I would dance, pressing how I would prance, standing how I would stand, thinking what I would think, feeling what I would feel, being who I would be.
So you could slosh around the house afterwards and sleep the pain off. Often, we'd eat in silence. Words unable to describe just what this intimacy tastes like until one day, with a silence was the single loudest thing I ever heard.
As I drove in the rain, past sidewalks covered with grass, broken glass, garbage-filled lots, boarded houses, I glimpsed a black boy. His lips curled to his ears, his chest open, his arms extended, his hands palm up, catching raindrops as if each were candy as he stood tiptoe on the top step of his dilapidated porch with no fear of falling.
The sun gives life but slowly takes death, so do you see a problem with this picture? They should really be listening to us before it's too late, because these crests can turn into action faster than white people taking our culture trying to imitate.
Priding ourselves in the projection that we are winning an imaginary race, then we look down on ourselves when we cannot keep up the pace. We spend dollars while chasing dimes. We're killing ourselves on a quest to survive. Even the earth rests.
And I could not recognize who was staring back at me. I had her eyes, his heart, her ears, his thoughts, and damn, I hated how all y'all shit looked on me.
He reigns over my sunshine, bloodline, and the spirit creates birth with a breeze. I just breathe.
I am the granddaughter of a great jazz and blues man who spent his whole life with his hand wrapped up around the neck of some strung up branch rather than the other way around. And that right there is something like survival.
Finally at peace with the vastness of the stars to keep us company, but Arnaldo is 7. And I am 32. And neither of us have figured out if we're meant to be wild horses or businessmen, quiet as church mice or as loud as cathedral bells.
I think I'll get something to eat from that sandwich place. But my wallet's gone and there's a bottle of burnished gin in this place. Dirty clothes on me, pants getting held up with a string around the waist. The homeless man is gone, he's vanished, and I start to panic and I start to scream. But all I can seem to say is, have you ever seen my baby girl?
Listen, I would never call my father a liar, but I know a whispering reassurance of husband when I hear it, for I have collected threads of security from the cushioning blankets of Christ just to call every bed we lie in together holy. So excuse me if I have a hard time understanding the disconnect between love and choice.
And it's crazy because when I wrote this, I made sure I shed a tear on every line so I knew what it felt like to make a poem cry.
See, I'm protected by the best, starring crescents on my neck, shield, sword, and a vest, tagged and bagged all my vices, gave the devil a bow and arrow, stretched out my arms, told him aim from my chest.
There was protest before I was born. Protest now I'm alive. My mama protested. I stood on the front lines. I have a son now. I'm afraid the only thing I'll pass down is depression and a picket sign.
5 steps ahead of the game, yet think we know not what we know to survive. It's not easy. It's awkward, uncomfortable, itchy. We want comfort immediately. Instant gratification.
Being sensitive is so exhausting when people would rather question than comprehend. People find out how easy it is to make me explode, and most would rather just cut the wire instead of defusing the bomb. And the irony is that I'm liable to go off either way.
Ooh. Blood, sweat, and tears to water the lawn so your home will wait for the right heart to come along. But a house is simply seeking a beat.